So I'm gonna put some respect by Luther Vandross, one of the greatest artists ever, and I'm probably gonna throw in some songs. I mean, Never Too Much, House Is Not a Home, Superstar, Until You Come Back to Me, Creeping. All his covers have been incredible. This will remind with Cheryl Lynn. Luther Vandross was one of the baddest singers ever, one of the best. I mean, we Luther was loved. I mean, he was the truth back in the day. If only for one night. There's so many albums and songs, and he just brought the flavor. You know, I mean, I dug all the cuts all the way up into Nights in Harlem. That was an underrated jam. He got funky on that cut. That was a bump. Um, when you come calling, I'll come running. When he did with R. Kelly was tight. I mean, he had some '90s cuts, but we talk about them '80s heyday with him and Marcus Miller and Nat Adderley Jr. And that combination that he had with that power play was ruthless. And There's Nothing Better Than Love with Gregory Hines, which was a classic. I mean, he just really embodied so much. He started working with David Bowie, Young Americans, and all those vocals. And of course, he did the Yowza Yowza for Chic. But Luther Vandross was, I mean, he was in his own class as a vocalist, one of the greatest talents ever. I mean, he was bad. I mean, I would say as far as vocals go, he was like the male equivalent to Whitney Houston, almost you could say that. I mean, he had incredible vibrato. I still remember watching the United Negro College Fund when he did "A House Is Not a Home" with that Tuck song. It's on YouTube. He tore the door and he blew the knobs off the door. Even if the doors were automatic, them knobs came down. I mean, Luther Vandross was the truth. Underrated as a producer too, because he co-wrote "Jump to It" for Aretha Franklin, which was one of the funkiest. That was a comeback. That's a joint. That joint still be blazing. Luther collaborated with Janet Jackson and did Best Things in Life for Free. That was cool for the Mo Money soundtrack. I mean, he was a versatile artist, covered a wide range of songs. But I mean, when he took Dionne Warwick, I mean, he took "A House Is Not a Home," and it's like, all due respect to Dionne Warwick and Burt Bacharach, but Luther solidified that thing. He put that thing on the skillet, flipped it, and made it mold, and turned that thing into some more. I mean, he made you just feel where he was coming from. He was a very talented artist, very talented, strong showman, one of the best artists ever. He should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too. Them race his biggest thing. Gonna give Luther his due. Luther was a bad brother. Was a bad boy. I mean, he was the truth. So I'm here to put some respect by Luther Vandross's name. Feel free to hit them comments. Many Luther memories, all the way back to Changes. I mean, he just had so many classic songs, so many moments with Luther. And you know where you were if you listened to Luther Vandross. Peace.